Boys and girls, we are back. And I don't know what's going on, but we got these two banners here, Focus on Guard ready, which are chock full of Arcane and rearmed heroes for Summoning Delight. I think this is because of the voting gauntlet why they did this, but this is the first time pretty much where a voting gauntlet has been just stacked to the brim with rearmed heroes. So it was definitely a wake-up call when I loaded into the game and I saw this morning. Also, we have this banner too, the double special banner. Normally I do cover these, but I was feeling very under the weather yesterday, so I just was in bed for the most part of the day. So I guess this could be like a combo 2-in-1 deal where we'll talk about that also. But we're going to start with the On Guard banners, the Focus On Guard ready. This one is 1 and then this one is 2. So let's see here. Are there any valuable units you may want to try to go for? I guess we can talk about red first because it's the only color here that has 2 units. So we have Arcane Lift, who sucks. He's really not good at all. Deadly Balance is not even a good B skill anymore. You probably want to just ditch that shit and give him Momentum 4, which would be a good idea because he's an Arcane hero, so he'd be able to duplicate that for you. Even Attack and Defense Clash 4 is not as good as Excel. So, yeah, base kit leaves much to be desired, but of course there are a lot of good skills that you can give this guy right now, so I guess you can really only judge the value of rearmed heroes based on what you've already invested into them, more so than what you're getting out of the box. Of course, there are new attuned heroes and arcane heroes that are pretty well stacked out of the box, like this guy, for example. But when we're talking about the old ones specifically, it's really what have you already invested into them, that's what you're going to get back out of them. So Ophelia over here, she was great when she released, but right now, not so much. However, there are definitely the benefits of her being an arcane infantry hero. Also a mage, which mages have some exclusive skills like Frost Moon now, and so on and so forth. So, depending on what you've given her, she could be a great unit to pick up. I wouldn't summon deep on these banners either, though. Like, that's the thing you got to keep in mind. Even if you have one of these characters, like, really heavily invested. Well, first of all, we're all thinking there's going to be an Emblem hero at the end of this month, so that would be the top priority to save your orbs for, and we should be getting the trailer for that very soon. So I would at least sit tight until then. Certainly within 8 days' time before these banners go away, we will see if it actually is an Emblem hero, and if it is an Emblem hero, what their ring effect is going to do. So at the very least, you want to wait for the trailer for that before doing anything. But if we do get the trailer and maybe it's like some mythic hero that nobody cares about, like a defense mythic hero, then by all means, it may not be a bad idea to hop in on either of these banners. Maybe even this banner. We'll take a look at that one in a moment. So let's see here. So like I said with Ophelia, there's a lot of good stuff you can give her. But even if you're summoning on these banners, I wouldn't go too crazy. Maybe get like 1 copy or go up to 1 spark. Oh, can you not spark on these? Usually it says if you're allowed to spark. Yeah, like right there at the bottom, you can see the sparking counter. These 2 banners don't have that. So are we actually unable to spark on these banners? Because if that's the case, then actually, no, it's not a good idea to summon. Hold on, let me see the rates here. What's going on? Okay, 3% focus, 3% 5-star, 3% for special rates. Okay, you do have focus charges, but it doesn't look like there's an actual spark here, which is kind of interesting. Yeah, why would they do that? I'm pretty sure every banner has been available to spark. Even those, like, rerun banners. We can take a look at an old one. Like, I mean, this is a rerun banner. Focus Legendary Revival. Yeah, Focus Hall. Even the Hall of Forms Revival banner had sparking on it. Okay, this banner didn't have sparking. This is a rerun for an old Spring banner. This one doesn't let you spark. Heroes with finished skills. Okay, these are like the pickup banners if you're trying to get fodder. Those don't have sparking. Okay, so I guess not every banner has sparking. So I stand corrected there, but it is kind of weird to see no sparking available. That does diminish the actual value of these 2 voting gauntlet banners here. Okay, then on colorless, we have the Arcane Grima, who has been on the rise in terms of stocks lately. She may be the single most valuable Arcane hero in the game, just off of the basis that she's an armor and a dragon type. So both exclusive class family skills from armor and dragon are available to her, and they have been going bananas with all of the exclusive dragon and armor skills lately, like barricade and higher ground and things like that. So she's certainly the best thing you could get here. And then finally we have Alfred on blue. My god, look at his base kit and just cry. Flow and trace and cross spur attack. Wow. They really did this man like that, didn't they? That is so bonkers. What did they have against Alfred, man? Did he ever do anything wrong to deserve this? And now, he was really interesting at the time because his ace skill is just like plus 20 defense. Just a flat 20 defense for free. Which was very interesting and unique and different. But is it good? Not really. Unless you're going for visible stats, which... I mean, this guy... I guess you could give him, like... Reopening would be a way for him to take advantage of visible stats. But other than that, yeah, you probably just want to build him the same way you would build Lift. Just give him, like, attack, defense, XL, give him momentum 4, and then some filler skills. Like, you could give him no quarter, or you could give him that new skill from... What was it? The Valentine Dimitri? I think it's called Haze Slice, or, like, Swift Slice, or something like that. That would be the special to go for. So... just some options to give these guys. But yeah, this banner, besides Robin, I would say there's not really anything too crazy going on there. And then over here, we have a unit on every color, so no color sharing. Okay, Fallen Crom, who is certainly the better of the two Red Sword Cavalry Arcane heroes. He's way better than Lif. And his assist is still pretty solid, right? You could just repo and move again. Action economy is always the thing to go for when it comes to assist skills, and he's got a great one. His base fodder isn't that crazy though, but there's definitely some good stuff to give him, and his weapon is still okay. Off the top of my head, I can't think of a better arcane sword right now. I don't think we actually have one. But even still saying that, Arcane Devourer is not really up to par with what recent weapons are doing now. So, unfortunate, but it's still probably one of your better options. There's probably like a Tempest Trial sword that may be better, actually, that I'm not thinking of right now. But yeah, at this point, probably the like seasonal demote and Tempest Trial like unit weapons are probably better than Arcane Devourer now. Okay, then we have Ingrid, who is in the same boat, unfortunately. Arcane Luin was crazy when it came out. Like, this was genuinely as good as the preference weapons back then. But that being said, right now, it's not quite so. And did we have an Arcane Lance upgrade? I can't think of one. But I know we have the Johanna Lance from the Tempest Trial, which is actually pretty good. So that's most likely better than Arcane Luin at this point. Ingrid is a flying type hero, so she's got access to like Guidance 4, Soaring Guidance, and so on and so forth. So those are pretty solid, but right now, is that the main method of warping? Honestly, I don't really think so. The Celica ring is just all your mobility needs right there, as is the Sigurd ring. I think those are a little bit more incentivized to use as opposed to just chucking a flyer type on your team for Soaring Guidance and Flyer Guidance now, and like Guidance 4, so on and so forth. But it is nice to add. More so, I would say the Echo skill is actually better now than the hard fodder. Like, running Soaring Echo is just better. So, yeah, her value is actually diminished quite a bit, but she can still get Momentum 4, which is obviously very good. She can still get Excel, so anytime a unit is able to get stuff like that, they're still going to have insane fodder value when you can duplicate them. Alright, then on colorless we have Tana. Like I just mentioned with Ingrid, the actual hard C skills for the warping is not really what we're going for. We'd probably just rather go for Soaring Echo. Her Arcane Bow is not the best either. I'm sure, once again, there's probably a better Tempest Trial bow that we could go for at this point. Deadeye is not even what you want to go for. You'd probably just want to give her Curved Shot. So again, another work in progress. Like, all of these units basically are just works in progress. You gotta invest in them before their value really starts to rise. So yeah, there you go with that. And then finally Ganglot, who for a long time was the only infantry melee Arcane hero, but since that has not really been the case anymore, we've been getting more of them. So, yeah, not really much to say about her either. Also, in her deterrence for summoning, as well as Arcane Ophelia, they're like two of the only Arcane heroes that do not have any unique passives or special to work with. Like all these other guys, they've got something. Like this guy's got his A skill, Lif has got his B skill. It may not be very good, but he does have it. And then this one here has her A skill. But for some reason, I guess Ophelia and Gauntlet owe the dev team money or something, so they don't get to have preference skills. So yeah, green is, once again, whatever you've put into Gauntlet is whatever her value is going to be. We can go ahead and just pop these freebies, and then we'll quickly take a look at the double special banner. Okay, so what would I want to go for here? Probably Grima. So let's just hit colorless and pray. And that's... it's always Matthew. I don't know why. Like, every time I'm recording a video and I hit colorless for a free pull, it's always Matthew. Why is it always Matthew? Is this subliminal messages from, like, the Nintendo Treehouse, how they have that Matthew guy? Okay, over here, I guess we'll go for red, because I actually do have some pretty badass skills on my Crom. Okay, that is not Crom. Oh, that's a cutie pie there, Hana. I actually don't even remember getting this resplendent art. Yeah, that's pretty good. Certainly much better than her original art where she had the basketball head. Like her head was a perfect circle. Alright, circle head Hana. Okay, so over here we've got the double special banner now. So this came out yesterday, so unfortunately I wasn't feeling well enough to record, so we had to do this today. Let's take a look here. So over on red, we have Nefany and Sakura. Sakura, who has been, like, made a crazy resurgence with her legendary ult. So their duo skill, or harmonic skill, is actually one of the weaker ones. It's only +1 movement, attack and speed up 6, and resonant blades. It does neutralize penalties as well. I guess that's pretty good, but a harmonic skill like this would need to be reusable for it to really be a good one, and this one is not. This one is only one and done. So I'm not really the biggest fan of theirs. Also, Path of Radiance has basically nothing. All of the good Tellius characters are just delegated to Radiant Dawn. So having a harmonic skill from Path of Radiance is not really what you want to go for. Fates is okay. There are some good characters from Fates, but it is what it is. Alright, then they've got Attack and Speed Mastery, which is okay. It's not too shabby. Resonance 4, which is pretty solid, but it's up in the air whether you want to run this over Occult Strike or something else even. And then Speed and Res Crux, which is okay as well. So fodder is decent. This unit is okay. I mean, they're basically not too different from... To my recollection, they were very similar to the... what's-her-face? The, who even was it? Spring Chloe, I think? Or... Was it... Hold on, let me see this weapon here. If there's an ally in 3 rows or 3 columns centered on unit, grants a bonus to all stats equal to 5 plus number of foes in 3 columns or 3 rows. Alright, max of 14, sure. Neutralize foes bonuses, speed and res. Unit's attack can trigger special, grants -1 cooldown before first attack and before first follow-up. And then when they trigger a special, they get +10 damage. Huh. Actually, not quite as similar to that Chloe as I thought for some reason. I guess it's the harmonic skill. When you include this and they're given, like, movement support and stuff, maybe then they start looking a little bit more similar to Chloe. And then over here, they also have this effect where they get a fire sweep if they have more speed than the foe. Fire sweep is pretty good. And then also they have a little bit of a support effect, too, for allies. They can give allies +10 damage on specials. That's not bad, but at the same time, exposure already does that. So, like, this unit, I've never really been particularly high on them. They are color sharing with Petra, who... Petra is she any good? Huh. Alright, we're doing calculus and trigonometry here with her. I looked through... I quickly tried to skim through her weapon to see, like, any notable points, and then I get hit by all these variables. A, B, X, Y, Z... Like, come on, man. No, is that fun to anybody? Anyone playing Fae wants to have to do all of that? No. All right, regardless, her fodder, I guess, is okay. Speed and defense Crux is pretty good. She's one of the only units. She may even be the only unit that comes with that, so that's not too shabby of a skill. But, yeah, Deadeye over Curved Shot, that was a questionable choice even back then. Desperation 4 is not even close to being best in slot anymore. So, yeah, red is definitely a wash. Over on blue actually might be the best color here, because we have Duo Alir. I'm actually very fond of this unit now. I wasn't at first, but after thinking about it and thinking about like all of the different things you can do with them, also their harmonic skill being a penalty cleanser is very good. So this unit is actually pretty solid, and there's a lot of things you can do with them. So I'm not opposed to them. They give good support. They've got Dragon's Roar, even Res Wave D, both really good fodder skills. You would probably want to give this unit Barricade, though, or like Kanto Curb or High Dragon Wall or something like that for more support. They color share with the Ninja Saline, who is also a very good unit. She's basically a tuned Micaiah, except she works a little bit differently. This unit is going for a different style of approach to her DPS, whereas Micaiah gets a ton of true damage and a ton of debuffing and a ton of debuffs and all that. This unit is going for brave attacking with special acceleration, and you can just get her into Miracle, loop it over and over again. The idea with her is to give her Null Sea Echo, give her Miracle, and then give her like close bonus doubler, and then all of a sudden she can be a surprisingly effective Omni tank with all that. So she's pretty interesting. She's not a bad unit. She's a very interesting supporter as well with the penalty cleansing at the start of turn. Hers also activates in 3 spaces, whereas Micaiah's is only 2. So that could be a little bit better. So I don't have anything against her. I think blue is a very good color. Then on green, we have Na. Color sharing with the Felicia here. This is a cavalry type unit. This Felicia is an interesting supporter because she gives Null Sea support, which is really, she's the only unit that actually does that right now. So that could be good depending on what you're trying to do or who your Omni tank is, particularly if you're playing in Aether Raids and you're tanking with a unit like Duo Rhea or something who doesn't have access to Null Sea, and the enemies have got Lay Radar on the team to flash your Rhea. You could just like bypass that by running Felicia. So she does definitely have some good use cases if you're running Omni tanks. And her fodder out of the box is pretty good too. We got Attack and Speed Excel there and Odd Speed Wave. Yeah, we'll definitely take that for sure. So yeah, actually green is really good too, man. This Na's got great fodder. She has Earthfire Boost, Defres Twin Near Save, Armored Blaze, Dragon Scales. Dragon Scales may not be like one of the better options for a B skill for an armor type or even a dragon type anymore, but it's okay. It's not like a terrible skill, but she's pretty solid too. She gives pulse support at the start of turn. She's basically like as long as you have her on the team, she just keeps pulsing allies at the start of every turn, which can come in handy if you're running like AoEs or high cost specials that you need to get to. So yeah, green is green better than blue? They might be a tie. I think green and blue are probably tied. And then we have both of the demotes over here on colorless. So we have Johanna Tethys. Actually, I guess every Tethys is from Johanna, right? But the specifically Tempestral, or not Tempestral, the event-specific Tethys. So she's got Firestorm Dance, which is nice. Johanna Dagger is probably okay. I don't think it's better than the Arcane Layla Dagger, though. That one's certainly got to be better than this. Firestorm Dance 3, though, on a 4-star is pretty wild. And then Flora over here, who is really just an RIP. Ice Dagger is not going to cut it. So, yeah, if you're going to summon on this banner in particular, I would say focus on blue and green. But it's not really a banner that you need to actually summon on. There's nothing here that's a must pull or anything like that. So there we go. We did a bunch of banner breakdowns. There's a lot of banners right now. And then we're about to get another one. We're going to get the Emblem banner. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments section down below. This is your boy Tacho signing out. I think it would be an interesting idea for them to do this more, like this specifically. Like how they have these reruns for the Arcane heroes in one banner, like 4 on a banner. As opposed to like making them a double special banner like... Where is it? Oh, did that... Oh, this one right here. This is the one. So the new Heroes Return banner, this is like monthly or bi-monthly at this point. They just bring back a bunch of these special heroes that people may want to summon for. But I think it would actually be not the worst idea to do stuff like this, too. Like how they have these 2 Voting Gauntlet banners with just, like, 4 of the units on it. Maybe throw a spark in there to incentivize it a little bit more, but just get, like, all these older Arcane heroes on here. And maybe do this once a month. I think this would be good. Or add this to the pool of rerun banners. I think that would be a good idea, too. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. This is your boy Tacho signing out. So take care, and I will catch y'all again on the flip side.